Welcome to Manifestation Mondays with Marcy. I'm Marcy Newman, your host, and we're talking about something really interesting today. Again, very often the themes for these videos come up in conversations that I'm having with other people. And the kinds of questions that I get often are so wonderful because what they do is they really start to engage our thought process, but from my perspective, always lead us to the heart. So today we're going to be talking about how to neutralize your thoughts. But first, I want to talk about why you would want to do that. Well, one of the things that we have been shown through our own experiences, as well as through many, many teachings, and of course, experiences that you've had just watching other people and their different levels of success. You know the importance of thought. In fact, there are many who believe that change your thoughts, you'll change your life. Change your thoughts, you'll start to manifest things that are connected to a new thought pattern. Now, as you know, from my perspective, it's actually deeper than that. There's something more to it than that. And I talk about this in my live workshops that require that you register for them every month. But for today, I want to talk about why you would want neutral thoughts. Why do you think it might be important to neutralize your thoughts? Well, something very magical happens when we're able to neutralize our thoughts. In other words, we sort of strip them of the emotional baggage that many thoughts carry with them. This emotional baggage, of course, is sometimes very discreet. In fact, we might even say sometimes it's quite insidious. We don't notice it. We just think that the thoughts that we are thinking are directed towards what it is that we want to create, what we want to manifest. And we pay little attention to the emotion that is connected to them. So, what happens when we are unaware of the emotion that is connected to our thoughts? It's actually the emotion that directs the thought, the trajectory of the energy. So think about, I'm going to use myself as an example when I'm playing golf, for instance. I know that I can be right there, right near the hole, and my golf club, all right, is from my perspective positioned perfectly to get that ball right in the cup. But very often, what happens is that there's something else that's out of alignment. So it might be my shoulders, it might be my hips. Very often, it's my feet. And what happens is when all of those other things are out of alignment, it restricts my ability to actually get that ball in the cup. And of course, when we're talking about manifestation, we want to get that ball in the cup, right, with as little effort as possible. Because, well, let's face it, we want things to happen in the speed of light, don't we? Yeah, so we can move on and create something else, something new that might strike our fancy. So, this concept of being able to neutralize your thoughts is a very important one. It becomes this way for us to become an observer of the thought rather than to become emotionally partnered with the thought. So we start to take a look at the thought itself and simply ask ourselves some very important questions. number one, does that thought have the capability of creating what it is that I want to manifest? Is this going to work? Just like the trajectory of a golf ball is the trajectory of this energy going in the direction of my dreams, what I'm yearning for. So when we become more of an observer of the thought, we can pay more attention to emotion that's coming forward. Now, because we know the ego is 97% controlling of our thoughts, we know that the ego very often will indeed bring up something from the past that has an emotional charge to it in order to distract you, in order for your shoulders to suddenly be out of alignment, or your feet, or your hips. And where you swear that ball is going in the direction that you want it to, something has taken it astray. Well, that's what the ego counts on. It counts on your inability to discern that energy shift that is going to take your energy trajectory. And rather than taking you closer to where you want to be, it actually takes you further from it. So, this ability to be an observer of thoughts is actually very valuable. How do we do that? Well, in truth, there's really only one way. And because, as you know, I am the heart shift coach, heart shifting is the only way that you'll be able to do that because it's the only aspect of you, your heart, your connection to source itself, that is more powerful than the influence of the ego. So, what does it say to us? It says to us we must always come to the heart. We can count on the wisdom of our heart to give us the information that we need. So, when the ego steps in to distract you or dissuade you from what it is that you want to create, it produces these diversions that will cause you to come into a space where you actually may have some confusion. And this confusion is one where it also has a trajectory. So remember, every energy has its own frequency. So if the ego is able to um, persuade you to follow it, and it creates this, false degree of confusion, this trajectory will in itself create more confusion. So, this coming back to our heart over and over and over again for the wisdom that we need in order to clean up the mess of the energy that we often create. And by the way, that's no dig on you. We all do it. We make a mess of things because we're not always 100% conscious of the energy that we are projecting. And that energy, of course, will come back in some form where we experience the energy over and over again. So, this wisdom of the heart is where we learn how to neutralize the thought. Now, you might be saying, wait, that doesn't make any sense. The heart is one thing and the mind is another. But this is where we begin to select to start to work from the mind of the heart rather than the mind of the head. Because let's face it, isn't it your dreams, your heart's yearnings that you really want to see spring to life? Of course it is. And so going forward, I want to encourage you when you are intent on manifesting something. Begin to just watch your thoughts, observe your thoughts, and whatever comes up as a distraction is there actually, and I feel like I should whisper this, it's a call to come back to your heart. Okay? Little secret there. Okay. So, of course, I want to leave you with an affirmation. And that affirmation today is this: I am the keeper of my wise heart. I am all that is. I am capable of creating and bringing to life my every heart's desire. Okay, so that's it for this week. And I'll see you, of course, next week right here again, Manifestation Mondays with Marcy, with some more tips and some more opportunities for you to come deeper into yourself and to really start to see yourself and know yourself as the incredible creator that you are. See you next week. Take care now. Bye bye.